Before, again, he's right next to the double yellow line, but you watch these cars get together. The 0-2 of Andy Seiss, the 59 of Corbin Forrester. I thought we had gotten through it.
Yeah.
I thought we'd avoided disaster right at the tail end of these lead lap cars coming to pit road. They got together.
2 by 2, 9 rows deep as the closing laps of the General Tire 200.
Oh, trouble.
And we've got a crash. Bo Lamastus is involved. He goes sliding down to the inside. The number 13 of George Cushman hits the wall to the inside. The yellow is out with 10 to go.
They were running so close, Ray. You just wondered when something like this was going to happen.
Lamastus with heavy damage on that race car. You see Terry Jones is on the high side. Oh, and Bo got tapped, looked like maybe by Krzyzewski, eh?
Yeah, and here comes Terry Jones. He runs into Cushman as well as possibly even Bo in the 42.
7 or 8 cars got through that pretty well, though. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, this will be a good view right here. Watch about 6-8 rows back.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody got into the back of Bo, and it turned him sideways, got into the outside safer barrier, and then bounced off and into these other cars.
Yeah, it was Krzyzewski right behind him, I believe, and here's the onboard.
There's a bump right there. He actually picks the rear wheels up off the ground, and it turned the nose of Bo's car to the outside, and then he lost so much momentum that Matt really gave him a shot.
The good news was when Bo's car got turned sideways, he didn't hit the inside line of guys. So 6 or 7 cars, including Bobby Gerhart, did not get torn up because Bo did a nice job there.
Yeah, tough break for the guys involved, though. Cushman as well as Terry Jones. Something with Josh Williams. Just 2.5 laps to go.
The spotters have got to be telling these guys. Oh, and Gerhart gets shuffled out. Oh, hard contact into the wall. The number 14 of Dustin Knowles really slams into the wall. Another car, 2 cars involved. Gerhart is junk.
Mark Thompson, the 66 involved.
So the yellow flag is going to come out here, and the ARCA officials are saying to us, because of impending darkness, they are going to throw the checkered flag here. As we see Krzyzewski coming up there, and it looks like the 22 of Boswell is on his bumper, and all 3 cars are locked together as Bobby Gerhart's in the front.
There's the contact right there. That shoves Bobby down under the double yellow line. Now he's got to get back in position. It looks like maybe Dalton Sargent got into the 14 car and turned him around.
Yeah, Dustin Knowles hit that wall very, very hard with the right front and a couple of times spinning around on the safer barrier.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with Bobby Gerhart getting back out in line. It looks like maybe the 66 of Dalton Sargent just barely nudged the 14 of Knowles, put him in the outside wall.
And when Gerhart and Krzyzewski were side by side, that's what clipped the front end of Corbin Forrester, and Forrester goes down into the inside safer barrier.
Here, let's take another look back behind that.
Oh,
See,
no,
Dalton Sargent got turned into the inside wall. Bobby Gerhart was just trying to go by on the inside. He got into the inside wall as well as the 66 of Sargent.
Yeah, I apologize. That was Mark Thompson right in front of those guys. You can see Thompson on the right here. And there goes Bobby Gerhart. They're side by side. Here comes the 66, and all across the front of the hood, the 66 goes in.
Yeah, that was Mark
wall.
Thompson, not Dalton Sargent.
Yep.
Dalton Sargent was in the 55.
The sound of a car hitting the wall at 180 miles an hour.
Men based in the southeast of South Australia here. Oh no! Mingay upside down, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Mingay all on his own, sideways, staying on the gas off that jump, and up and over he went. Pretty wild ride he took right there, Matt Mingay. And here you go, the suspension, the sidles, everything unloads. No chance of recovering that, as he luckily doesn't have too much of a hard hit on the top of the car. The bottom half taking a majority of the beating. We can see it from a higher perspective right now.
It's just that landing. I think he was trying to pull the truck up because Price had already locked the brakes up on his truck as well. And look at Burke Jenner lucky to get through as well with that wheel that was flying away in Mingay.
Ground, as long as they get the air just right there. So you see some inside. Oh, we got. Wow, that was nearly big.
Whoa. The body language in the booth changed there between you two.
My left foot hit the brake. It's hard for me to realize I can't control what's going on when I'm up here.
They're structurally sound, and they have repaired it with
big one. Oh, my goodness. The 25 hit hard. That's Chris Cockrum.
Gosh, that's a hard hit.
Scary, scary moment coming off of turn 2. Appeared to be the 52 of Joey Gase. Also got a piece of it, damage sitting inside.
That's
That's a great sign.
Unbelievable.
He was running. Oh, yeah, killed it. Joey Gase on the inside, and those cars
and you
running.
can see movement there too, Michael.
They were running inside the top 20, and when they dropped that window net, that tells us, and that tells the safety workers that Chris is okay. Right there he is in the 25 car. You see Garrett Smithley right behind him there, giving him a bump draft. They're right behind Joey Logano.
I can almost tell you, yeah, the 0 turns right into the 25. The Joey Gase is just an innocent bystander here.
Oh, he just barely clipped that wall that jets out there, and that sent that car spinning like a top. Look at all the debris scattering. Smithley was just trying to help, and I think it pushed the 25 out a little bit. And when he tried to tuck back in line, it spun him around.
That's something as a driver you really got to be careful of. Coming off the corners here where the banking falls away, the back of these cars get really, really light. So if you're, I mean, sometimes you don't even have to touch the driver in front of you, but if there's any contact at all, you're going to see a result like we just saw.
Such a tough break for Joey Gase. Remember last year, Michael, top 5 here at Talladega. High hopes for him today.
Jimmy Means Racing does such a great job and gives Joey Gase a chance to go out there and prove his talent. And he just was riding along. Nothing he could do about that. Winds up in the outside wall.
One more angle of the crash. Just had made the swing off of turn 2.
Look how close.
Thank the Lord for safer barriers. That's for sure. That was a tough angle. I tell you. That's one of the hardest hits you'll find in racing right there.
This will really show it.
Watch this 3,400-pound race car just pitched around.
See what it did to that right front tire? About ripped it off.
That's a testament to NASCAR for their safety that he was able to get out of that car like he did. He's going to be sore tomorrow, but at least he's able to get out under his own power.
Time. Joey Gase, wrong place, wrong time.
I think the fact that Cockrum went up and then tried to come back down, and I can't argue with Joey Gase. It looked like the 0 was into the back of the 25, and just a combination of two guys doing two different things caused him to spin around.
All my guys enough. They worked their tails off, and to get taken out around lap 30, it's just, you know, we're underfunded. We don't run that many races. This is our 4th race this season, so I just feel bad for my guys.
Just a testament to the safety of these cars and the safer barrier. 3rd caution of the day, Chris.
Just come to a stop when you can.
It's a smoker. B.J. McLeod was 27th in the running order on the lead lap.
What a tough deal for Chris Cockrum and that whole team. Like he talked about, it's an underfunded team. They come here with such high hopes. They know this is an opportunity for them to be the Cinderella story. We see it every year. You look at the top 10 finishing positions at Talladega in the Xfinity Series, and you're like, wow, look at the great run that guy had. They wanted that to be them today, and unfortunately ended early.
Austin Dillon behind him. Talked about Eric Almirola. Chase Elliott is there. The guys that could very well be at the front tomorrow out front now. And here we go. Ryan Reed spins. 4th caution of the afternoon.
One car in here and one here. All right, you're good. Nothing's coming now. Just try to get it back going here.
Mike, that's tough. It's one of our fastest cars that we've seen all day right there. Ryan Reed, the guy that's been up front most of the day, and trouble here in turn 1.
It's like maybe the right rear tire went down. That's a strange. Oh, probably got a little help.
He just pushed you, got you out of shape.
One zig, one zag there, Mike.
It looked just like the crash off turn 2. We saw Cockrum go high.
Picked you up instead of shoving you forward. He said he was sorry, but just get it back over.
Went low, and it caused an accident. Same thing here.
A lot of time at the front today for Ryan Reed. Was running in the 19th position when he hit the wall.
Luckily, not a ton of damage on that number 16 car. Get to pit road, maybe get some tires, and I know it. He's not going to be able to win with that damage, but he can certainly get a finish out of it. His record's perfect, and he's leading it late.
Oh, we got trouble.
Jet Burton out of the pack. Caution.
Great save by Burton.
You know what that means? 3 laps to go. By the time we reset everything,
NASCAR
we're going to overtime.
What happens in the pack?
They were 3, 4 wide.
Just too big of a push there.
He got into the side of Eric Jones. I wonder if Jones might have a tire rub. That was pretty significant contact. And just a great job of driving by Jeff Burton to save that car.
Watch 3 to go.
Watch him bump into the side of Jones.
Yeah, it looked like the 43 actually got a little bit light there.
Standing behind you. Caution's out. Caution's out.
The 43 started getting light, getting a little bit loose, and next thing you know, Brandon was right there on him, and it just turned around when he got into him. He's going to have a huge run. He's to the outside of the one of Elliott Sadler. Is he going to get the push from the 51? Is the one? Oh, this is going to hurt the 22. Here comes the 48.
Sadler down below the line, slides back up in front of his teammate Justin Allgaier.
He got out there. He got out there. Staying with the 1. It's okay.
The 48 has got to stay close, tight to the 22 here to have a chance.
Bounce you out. You're clear. Stay in like that. Stay in like that. The 1 bounce you out. Now watch it.
How did Elliott Sadler get back on the road and not lose any ground? He's going to have a chance to win this race.
If he pulls high.
Joey Logano gets turned. Elliott Sadler drives through. They're crashing big time at the line. Brennan Poole, first career win at Talladega.
How about that for Brennan Poole? And a big hit from Blake.
Huge crash. Joey Logano with damage. The same for Blake Cook. Wow.
Oh, what a finish.
The 22 just went to block the 1 a little too much, lost control. What a great win for Brennan Poole.
26 1,000ths of a second.
I think I'm gonna puke. You're not the only one.
That's so great. That's how much emotion these drivers have.
God. Unbelievable.
I mean, he's worked his whole life for this moment to win on the main stage of NASCAR in the Xfinity Series. What a great feeling for this kid.
We can officially call this race an upset, no doubt about it.
Awesome jump.
Watch at this move Elliott Sadler makes. He does everything perfectly. He goes high, he fakes high. That's where Logano goes. He loses control of his car.
Yeah, you cannot blame that on Elliott Sadler, no doubt. He went to go high, the 22 blocked, so he changed it, and he says, all right, I'm going to go low, and it just pulled the air off the 22 right there. The 22 wrecked.
Third first-time winner we've had in the history of Talladega Superspeedway in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
What a great job by Elliott Sadler. Crashed on the back straightaway, but yet vying for the win on the front. Just gets pushed low and can't keep his momentum up to win the race.
How about Jeremy Clements with a third-place finish? Great run for that team.
And Justin Allgaier, so close to victory last week at Richmond, and then again this Saturday afternoon in Alabama. Such a shame for Blake Cook. He just was in a position there was nowhere for him to go.
See Allgaier, it looked like he was just dirt tracking it, sliding up the racetrack into Poole.
Staying in the middle, staying with the 1. Don't let him split to the outside. Staying with him. Trail up, trail up, trail up, trail.
Lights out.
All they can do is wreck you.
Yeah, that's such a vulnerable spot. Anytime there's push drafting going on, when you were up front, you were so vulnerable to being pushed around by the person behind you, and that's exactly what happened.
Watch Elliott. A great move to the outside. We're going to block you there. I got to go low. Elliott Sadler did everything he had to do to win this race.
Top, stay top. Come to the checkers. Come to the checkers. We'll see the review, but we should have got it right there, man. Nice work.
Start-finish line. Unofficially, we had the margin of victory at 26 1,000ths of a second, so just over 2 100ths. And I think about Brennan Poole out of the Woodlands, Texas. Spent a lot of time on the short tracks out west.
Yeah.
Ran in ARCA, and when he didn't have a ride, was going to the track, working in the shop, doing anything he could do to stay around the sport. Got this opportunity last year. Brought over his sponsor, DC Solar. And it appears he's in victory lane for the first time in his career.
They won't give him the checkered flag, Adam. He sat down at the start-finish line. Say, please, can I just have it? I know I won this race. Let's see what the video shows here.
What would you anticipate they're looking at? Because I never saw the caution lights come on. And the only thing I can think of is that NASCAR would have deemed the caution lights came on before they got to the start-finish line, and Poole was not leading at the time of caution.
That's possible.
But I didn't see the lights come on. Logano's okay. He gave it his all. He gave it everything he had. He did what he had to do to win the race, and he just came up short.
Drivers' meeting that they use every piece of evidence that they go off of loop data, they'll go off of video and everything. So they have a lot that's going to transpire here.
There's the caution. Here's Elliott Sadler. Watch for the caution light to come on. Elliott Sadler wins it at Talladega.
Unbelievable.
How about that?
The birthday boy, Mike.
Wow, that is so special.
You love it for him. You hate it for Brennan Poole.
Wow, that's hard.
And more.
Wow.
Oh,
Trouble.
around goes Danica Patrick. Paul Menard has to slide to a stop.
She got a lot of damage to the left side of that car.
I just don't think Paul realized she was pitting that early.
She's got to
This is going to cost her a lot of time.
Contact on pit road. Danica Patrick.
You can see the 43 of Almirola get inside Danica. Danica's trying to get it slowed down. She's got Menard on her inside and the 32.
She cut right across Bobby Labonte's nose and into the path of Menard.
Yeah, when you're pitting that early on pit road, you really need to get down as early as you possibly can to make sure that no one ever can get inside of you.
A bit of green flag, pit road chaos on the first stop. And take a look at what happens to that piece of debris.
Yeah,
there it went.
Trouble. Caution flag, Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings out the first caution of the day.
Just stay there as low as you can there, buddy. Okay?
Was that a left front tire that went? Oh, no, he said he lost it.
Is that the 5 car on the bottom there? Teammate.
On the right, running nose to tail right here.
Got the 2 car to the outside.
He's in an awkward position there. Oh, it just comes around. This is just like what happened in Daytona.
Same thing at Daytona. The car just comes around on him.
Unfortunately, he also gathers up teammate Casey Kane.
Let's ride along.
And clear low. Outside, still the 2 on your tight. The 5's coming to you.
I think when that 2 went by, it just circled around.
I tell you, DW is a combination. The 2 was on the outside of him, and when that 14 came up just a little bit, I think that took the rest of the air off of the 88.
I just feel like they were never comfortable with the
That's
car.
his white and green car up at the top of the screen behind Danica Patrick. And there's where DiBenedetto got hit and knocked into the wall.
When was the last time we saw cars losing it by themselves? We see it every once in a while at Daytona, and we certainly saw it with the 88 and the 24 and the 4 at Daytona. But here at Talladega, I'm shocked by this.
Yeah, I was going to say last time I saw it was Daytona with the same car.
38 on the bottom here coming right. Trying to stay low, real low, real low. Good job. Keep digging, watch this one.
Wow. Pit road is closed.
Back in the garage, Dale. We saw everything that happened on that replay. We're going to show the replay right here. How close is that to what happened at Daytona?
Same thing. We just, I think, trying to put the nose in between the 19 and the 14. There's a lot of air coming off both them cars, and it just pinned the nose. We were real tight. The splitter was on the ground real bad the whole first run, and we took some rounds out of the back, and that really made the car too loose off the corner. Same thing we did in Daytona. We just got to, look at our adjustments a little bit different.
Would 4 tires on that last stop have helped?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But it just, it gets loose, and the car wasn't driving very well. It was on the splitter real bad, real bad, the first run and that run. And it just, the tight through the center on the splitter, and it swings the back on exit. And then you're in that, in the pack in the middle of that air, no real downforce on the back of the car. It just gets loose.
Thanks, Dale.
Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski.
That 20 car is strong, boys.
Oh.
Whoa, now.
Oh.
Whoa, Mikey. Whoa, Mikey.
Knocked out of shape.
It's not going to be good when he comes out.
No. Come on, man. Ah!
Contact. 2 other cars go around, and Casey Mears' car is all torn up.
Oh, man. The 78 just gave him a big shot, kind of put him under the yellow line. He tried to stay down there, but it just had such a bad angle coming back up onto the banking there.
What the hell happened?
Yeah.
78 got to run to your bumper instead of letting off. He got shoved right into your bumper.
Well, let's show what you just heard. Michael will be third, the blue car on the inside line.
Now 78's got the 22 pushing him and get a run.
Yeah, the 78 has no choice there. He's being pushed. You know, he wants to hit him as square as possible. Unfortunately, goes left a little bit there and clips him in the left rear.
Yeah, that just sends you off the track.
Yeah, just sends you straight down like that. Michael did everything he could to stay out of those cars that were coming around him.
Sideswipe Casey Mears, and he goes into the wall, and Almirola, the blue car, goes around on the bottom.
Wow.
Here's what Martin Truex Jr. had to say.
Coming right into the damn 55. Where do you think we're going to go? 22 is laying it to you. Hell of a save, Michael. Good job.
Look at that.
Was for a while there.
Hang on to her, bro. We're just getting warmed up, Mike.
All right, well, the skies are clear. Time for good old Talladega Super Speedway. Fox, crank it up.
Still the same, 3x3. Both sides. Both sides. Clear high, one inside. Bottom of 3 again. Bottom of 3. Middle's coming, bottom of 3. Half back to your hill. Go 3 wide, 1 apart in front of you.
I think 2 tires on this stop. This car just loose early on in this race, but they did settle down much better.
Straight away. A big hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
Upside down. Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Busher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
Michael Annett involved.
3 car was involved.
Chris Busher had the worst of it. Austin Dillon turned quickly, and then the 48 to the infield.
48 got quite a bit of damage.
Chris Busher reported on his in-car radio he is okay after a big flip.
See him moving around inside the car. Doesn't have the window net down yet, but he's moving around.
The 35 Gilliland above the 3. Now McMurray in the 1, the red car, comes up, just brushes Austin Dillon.
Turns him into the 35.
And Dillon gets into Gilliland. Joey Logano turned the 48. And Busher goes for a big tumble.
I didn't think that thing was going to stop rolling there for a second, DW.
Goodness.
Really good to hear he's doing okay.
There's just it's just almost inevitable.
It's like it just sucked the 1 up into the 3 and
pushed him
the
right
3
up.
had nowhere to go. The 35 was to the outside of him.
Not sure how much damage.
Big impact by Annett down there, hitting that inside wall. Luckily, there's a safer barrier there.
Great camera work capturing this. Ooh. Look at rookie Chris Busher's wild ride down the backstretch.
It's been a while since we've seen one do this. We've seen it plenty of times here in Talladega in the past.
One thing I've noticed, I don't see a roof flap. Hasn't come open yet.
Seven cars involved, and pit road is center. Here's Chris Neville.
Yeah, Mike, our Xfinity Series champion. He's okay. Chris, obviously a wild ride there. What happened?
I really have no clue. You know, not the way we wanted to finish Talladega. Honestly, get a replay here. Yeah, so we just got clipped. I'm tired of super speedway race, I can tell you that. If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at these places. So it's a bummer. Hate for the guys. They worked hard to build a new car after the loss at Daytona, and now we lost another one.
What was that ride like?
Miserable. Really quiet when it lifts up. Yeah, that's the first time I've been on my roof with a stock car for sure. So it's a bummer. No fun. Ready to go home.
Car spinning
car in the
turn
wall.
2.
Down in the first corner, caution waves for a 2-car crash. Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the second time today with Carl Edwards, and Jr.'s car is aflame.
Oh, man.
I think that'll do Amelia in. I think that's about it for her.
Send what's left of that car to the South Pacific.
Yeah. Man, what a bad day for Junior.
It doesn't sound too good either.
Oh.
Like a bullhorn inside there.
Well, let's go for a nationwide inside ride with Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s number 88 bringing out the 4th caution.
Remember, this car's been in the garage. They worked on it, repaired it.
And Carl Edwards in the 19 had damage from the last caution.
Oh man.
He had a tire go down or some kind of a failure there.
Yeah, right front. Looked like he had some damage on the right front from that wreck back there.
You all right?
Up the hill it went.
I mean, poor Junior just can't catch a break here today.
Nope.
Talk about wrong place at the wrong time.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike, Carl Edwards released from the infield care center. Carl, you saw some damage on that right front corner. Any idea, was that a tire or suspension that let go there?
We're not sure what let go. The guys do a really good job on pit road of making sure the car is safe to get out there. So just something was wrong with it from that previous crash. But I just got to thank Eris, Bob, and Kay Stancione, everybody for coming out here. And feel bad about tearing up Dale's car too, but just something let go.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. also down here. Dale, this is 2 times in 1 race. We got to stop meeting like this, man. It looked like before that restart, were you having an issue with the steering wheel?
Oh, come off. Yeah, I didn't have it on there. Luckily, it was under caution. I just grabbed the shaft and steered the car that way, and I ripped the skin off my hand, but I wasn't going to let it hit the wall. That was just a freak deal. We didn't get the steering wheel on when we got back in the car to go back out there. So we're working on something to keep that from happening going forward. But we just out there riding around, and something broke in the 19, and he came up into us, and we just out there chilling out and having fun.
Tough day. Thanks, Dale.
Wow. I once heard of a driver who had a steering wheel break and they handed him a pair of vice grips to steer with, but never anything like this.
Well, he had a teammate, don't forget, at Phoenix, I think it was, Jimmy Johnson.
Holy crap. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like, oh my gosh. That is so scary. You know, I just really believe they've got to find it. So you have to pull that coupler back to engage it and lock it on. We've got to find a way where it goes on and locks on without having to pull that coupler back, because it's the second time we've seen this. Jimmy Johnson, huge impact at Phoenix earlier in the year during a qualifying run. That could have been really
She's
bad.
just slowly, methodically trying to get a couple different partners to work her way closer to the front. She's latched on to the 22 Logano.
Caution is out for Casey Kane, who returned to the track after getting damaged in Dale Earnhardt's spin earlier. Down low on the racetrack.
Oh,
there he comes.
Oh my
wow.
man, something broke.
I'm not so sure he didn't just come off a pit road, or was he out there riding around for a while? But obviously something broke, maybe in the suspension.
Yeah,
that
I
thing
don't
just
see.
turned right.
Tire doesn't look like, I don't think that right front tire is flat. I think you see how that wheel's kicked out there like a tie rod or something happened here.
You're riding with Hamlin.
Away.
5,
oh wow.
3.
That was Landon Castle he got into.
I just don't think he realized Landon Castle was going to be pulling into his pit, so he sort of jumped in there and two made contact. Still not sure why he spun out though.
No.
Yeah,
Don't know if someone got into him.
Too much rear brake.
360 and back into his pit.
Casey, we know you had a car there that was damaged from that early wreck with Dale Earnhardt Jr. What happened this second time?
We're just trying to finish. We had a lot of damage. The car was just moving all over the track and ended up losing it.
You know, just that's really all that happened. We had a great car early and then got in that wreck and then just got another one, and I'm doing a second interview.
All right, man. Good to see you're okay. So nothing broke there, Mike. Just lost the car. Just a handful.
Had a great finish last week. Not today. 1 second of Matt Kenseth, the leader. Caution is out. David Reagan.
Caution's out. We're done, boys.
Tough break for the Georgia driver.
Yeah, he can't see inside that car. It's filled full of smoke.
Former winner here and a great restrictor plate racer.
And for the second time in a row, I can say confidently that Casey Mears will get the free pass. And I was just about to ask Larry when the next pit stop would be. Now would be a good time.
The answer
now if
is
you just think
right
about
now.
it,
Yeah.
it's going to come
I don't
out.
even have to ask him.
The answer is right now.
Wow, what a plume of smoke.
Look how that spoiler turns that smoke up the back of the car and then turns it back.
Well, Brett Keselowski's won here.
Car to the wall, turn one hard.
Oh, that's going to be big. Big.
Oh, huge wreck.
Everybody.
They're still running into each other. Newman's on fire.
13 cars got away. Everybody else is in it.
Here comes the push. Gets a little side drive from that 27. Just gets him in that left rear.
Got him on that left rear.
It doesn't take much.
Can't do it.
You can do that a little bit in the corner where the car's loaded up, but on the straightaway, you got to be real careful. Look like just as the 41 was getting there, the 48, moved just a little bit, and that's all it took. That little bit of contact.
Boy, you just cannot push on that left side.
Go on board here, or from the outside of 48. Right there. Wow, great camera work.
Tight shot. Watch this.
Right up into Paul Menard.
Just gets it a little bit on that corner, and it turns a 48 dead right.
Yeah, sort of like the 48 was turning a little bit to the right. The 41 was turning a little bit to the left, and that little bit of
slight
contact.
What a shame. Look at all those cars.
You could see the hood flap coming up in the air on the 41 as he got close to the 41. So you're also losing front downforce if you're the car behind. You're taking the air off of the car in front of you. Really lightens the back of that car up as well. Then you make contact.
Here it is in real time.
Wow. Hammered that
wall. More than 15 cars involved in turn one.
We've had some crazy races here.
Whatever you want.
And this is one of them.
2 in front of her. Check it up, check up, check up, check up.
Oh, gosh.
Let's ride with Ryan Blaney.
He might be okay. I think Hamlin, we'll have to see if there's any damage to the splitter, but he made it through there.
Blaney's got some damage. Definitely got rear damage on the 21.
Still middle 3.
11 went to the garage.
Yeah, so he must have had a lot of damage to the splitter.
Still middle 3, check up, check up, check up, check up, check up, check up, check up. Check up, come on. Let roll up, let roll, check up, check up, check up.
Oh, there's the damage to the 11, the right front.
Just dug in.
I'm not so sure anybody made it through this one.
I don't look like it.
No, I've now got 17 cars with damage, and there may be more. Here's Jimmy Johnson.
I mean, come on, Kurt. How far are you going to push me? Yeah, car's destroyed. I mean, he just drove through me the whole front straightaway.
Now, prior to the crash, here's audio from Kurt Busch's side.
Hard to see exact distance out the front. When I'm on the 48, I don't know where he is in relationship to the car in front of him.
Couldn't exactly make out what
I'm not sure what he said.
I heard a little bit about where the car was at in front of him, maybe.
I think he was talking about the 48, wasn't he?
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that, he's thinking, I can't see through that. I'm going to be real aggressive. I'm going to push here.
It's the perfect storm, though, Jeff. Looked like the 48 was easing up to the right. Kurt caught him in the left bumper, and that sent him straight into the wall.
I mean, it sounds like from Jimmy Johnson's audio that this started a long way back, where the 41 was pushing him almost all the way down the whole straightaway.
Started about 3 hours ago.
You can see where they built a gap as they came out of the tri-oval.
Now let's go all the way back here. Now you see Jimmy in the middle lane, the 48.
This is off
Menard
of turn
up
4.
high in the 27. And the 41 is the black car, Kurt Busch.
I mean, he's not to him yet. Okay, here he comes.
Gets
Boom.
him there. Nice. No, he's working all over.
Kind of turned him a little loose right there. He had to back off of him.
Through the tri-oval.
And
Start
finish again.
line.
Boom. And then that time.
Oof.
See that when he hit him that first time, it just made Jimmy have to react and go right a little bit. And as he came in on that second bump, it just turned him.
Look at
I mean, that's just aggressive racing that we see here at Talladega. If you're going to make a move and push that car forward, that's what you have to do. Dallas cars, that right rear quarter panel. Whoa! How did Kenseth get down there?
How did he get down there, and how's he going to get back in? I'll just get in right here. Excuse me.
He and Logano must have had something.
Wow.
Again? Those two have quite the history. Second on the inside.
He just ran it.
Yep.
Now, see, now I'm going to tell you what. To me, the 22 forced him down there. Now, they say that the rule is if you go down there yourself, you'll get a penalty. There's also a rule if you get forced down there, they may penalize the person that forced you down there.
Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's
and around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was.
I am not believing that.
He's fine, boy. You got the window net down right away out of frustration. The 4-car, Harvick.
Danica climbs out. Radio cord gets disconnected. Oh boy.
I mean, you just knew it was coming. You saw everybody pushing and shoving, and the cars slipping and sliding around.
I think Matt said, just give me a push.
Matt was 6th. And Danica, 5th car back.
I think somebody makes contact with. McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
Yep. And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, it just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
Let's watch from the Goodyear aerial coverage, and you'll see several things happen here as Kenseth's car comes back down to earth.
I can tell you a lot of teams are going to be freezing those shots to look underneath this car when they leave here.
No, I saw that.
It's not often you get to see what's underneath them.
Right behind the red 21, there's the 3 of them. Whoosh.
You realize how powerful the wind is in that situation. To be able to take a car of this weight, what's 3,400 pounds around approximately, and just pick it up in the air like it's a piece of paper.
There's McDowell into the 43 of Eric Almirola.
Look at that.
And
thing.
up goes Kenseth.
It's like a feather. Lord of mercy.
Now, right in front of Danica when that began to unfold was Ryan Blaney.
So 2 back to the top. Top's got to run. 1 back. Half back top. Half back. Half back top. Half back. Half back. Outside.
And next we're going to ride with Eric Almirola.
He takes a big shot. Big shot.
Oh. So nobody in front. Spin it in front of you. We got it, guys.
Oh, it's 22 coming back.
Kevin Harvick ended up in the grass on this one.
They're all the way up the line. They're low right in front of you. Keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. High, high.
Looks like Danica came back and made contact with him and put him into the grass.
Well, let's go out to Terry Ford's camera position. We call him Turtle, and hopefully he got everything pulled in when they started heading for him.
I guess it wasn't Danica. They got the force. Another car that maybe had some silver on it.
Bobby Labonte, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There are 6 laps to go.
The white flag to get a run. I'm going to imagine the 18's going to back up.
Don't forget that 35 car. David Gillen running.
Don't forget the 3 car.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Holy smoly.
Payne to the bottom, trying to get something going. No help.
Kurt Busch just had a big moment, lost a lot of momentum.
He's going up high.
Chase Elliott to the middle.
He's going to get a run here. Here comes a 3 car going to try to give the 8.
Chase Elliott breaks out of the pack up to 4th place.
Yeah, but he didn't get clear. He needed to get up in front of that 1 car. I just don't think anybody's going to be able to get enough momentum to get a big enough push to get by this 2. This is the best thing going to happen to him, was them getting side by side behind him.
Just remember where the start-finish line is.
That's right. It's not in the middle of the tri-oval. Keselowski.
Big run coming from the 18. Oh, the 3 stepped out.
Dillon. Kyle Busch and Dillon side trouble. Car hard in the wall. 2 of them. Keselowski to the line. Caution has waved, with Keselowski the leader, and crashing are Harvick, Allmendinger, Stenhouse, Truex, Labonte, and everybody else.
Good job today, Brad. That was you, man. Managing that.
Light. This is synced up with the video to establish the moment of caution into the tri-oval. Contact between Truex and Allmendinger, and then Cole Witt turns Kevin Harvick up and into the wall, and Stenhouse and Allmendinger. Witt slides along and crashes with Truex. Caution is out. Race is effectively over. Exit of pit road. 400 feet maybe from the start-finish line, and there's your finish. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon 3rd, Chase Elliott 4th, Jamie McMurray 5th. A wild finish at the world's fastest junkyard. Brad Keselowski, Roger Penske, and Ford win it. Kevin Harvick, he and Cole Witt go for the same hole. Witt turns into the 4 of Kevin Harvick. That gets Stenhouse. The 47 of A.J. Allmendinger piles in. And with his 19th victory, Brad Keselowski,
got tangled up, and then we got back there and got racing where we didn't need to be racing, and got crashed. But I guess it still finished, so it's just tore up.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris?
All right, thank you. And Brad Keselowski, who was first on the restart, won by 1/10 of a second. Gentlemen, moments ago, Joey Logano, you know the history with him and Matt Kenseth. Kenseth, again, wrecking and saying Joey bumped him out of the line. This is him saying and warning Logano after the race moments ago. You can interpret what he's saying when the finger is pointed in the direction of Joey Logano. And this was earlier with 15 to go. Kenseth was bumped out of line. Then when he got back in, he was involved in the wreck with Danica Patrick, blaming Joey Logano for that. Remember last year he had the suspension, exacting a little revenge on him. And Chris Neville is standing by right now with Joey Logano.
Well, Joey Logano right at the front for most of today, but Joey, 2 hard hits, 2 days in a row. Good to see you're okay. But I did see Matt Kenseth say a couple things to you as he was leaving. What'd Matt say?
Nah, not much. Just, it's unfortunate. We had a pretty decent car. I wouldn't say it's the fastest car out there. It took us all day to get towards the front, but we positioned ourselves well at the end there. I guess it was around 20 to go up there in the front row, and actually up there in the lead. So I was proud of what our Shell Pennzoil team did. We worked hard all day, just unfortunately didn't end up as well as we'd like to. 2 days in a row, a couple big hits. So can't wait to get out of this place.
Thanks, Joey.